You can talk about last-minute winners to steal all 3 points, but Sassuolo have stolen Josh Doig away from Marseille at the very last moment. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football for your daily transfer roundup show. And Marseille, their arse has collapsed. They thought they were signing Josh Doig. It was all but done, and then Sassuolo have just sneaked in there. They pulled the carpet from underneath the feet of the French side, and they've stolen Josh Doig away from the airport. Yes, Josh Doig was in the airport getting ready to fly out to Marseille. We're about to find out his final destination, and then Sassuolo come in and they just make a better offer and they trump what Marseille were offering and they get Josh Doig just like that. Crazy scenes here, absolutely crazy scenes. Kind of like the movie Final Destination. I bet you Josh Doig is happy that he's not on that plane. And I did say that I think Marseille was a step down for Josh Doig. He's moving to Ligue 1, the French league. It's not as good as Serie A. At least now Josh Doig can stay in Serie A. I think it's a better move for him. Now, reportedly, Doig isn't too happy about this. He had his heart set on going to Marseille, and it was actually Hellas Verona that made the change because Sassuolo were offering more money. It has been reported they're offering just about £1 million more than what Marseille were. So this is good news, obviously, for Hellas Veronas, but it's also good news for Hibernian because they're going to make more money now than they were if he went for the 4.3 because they're getting 27.5% of the profit. So right now, it looks like Hibs are set to pocket around £550,000 for the Josh Doig sale, which is very good. Hibernian, I'm sure, will be loving that they get to add a decent little amount there to their transfer kitty. But that's not the only news for Hibernian. They've actually pulled off a signing of their own. They've signed Herford MOA on loan from Herford Berlin, and he is a French under-21 international, and he will spend the second half of the season at Easter Road. Now, not much is known about him, but right now he's been branded by his previous boss as the laziest player that he's ever seen. So the guy is literally just in the door at Easter Road, and already he is getting buried. He is getting abused. Herford Berlin coach Paul Dardy said that he was happy to see the back of the 24-year-old and that he would have packed his bags for him. This is what he says, quote, "He should get away from us as quickly as possible. He was given a lot of chances and was as lazy as very few players I have ever seen in my life. We are very fair with him. He scored goals because he was fit. We pay attention to him. I also know his stats, how much he runs in training and so on. But with me, he wasted his chance." End of quote. So, I mean, not a good sign here that this guy has literally just joined Hibs and already the former manager could not wait to bash him, call him lazy, say that he's wasted his chances and stuff like that. So, yeah, are Hibernian getting a good player on loan here, or are they getting a lazy piece of shit? Well, if you listen to the Herford Berlin manager, he will tell you the latter. Now, as for Lawrence Shankland, still nothing really happening in terms of formal bids. Yes, we've heard all the speculation of Celtic, Rangers and English Championship clubs being interested, but right now, the only offer on the table is an offer of an updated and improved contract from Hearts. But the Hearts CEO Andrew McKinley warned that the club would not be breaking the wage structure in order to keep Shankland there because it comes with risks and it could lead to potentially players in the future also wanting bigger contracts, and the club just aren't prepared to do it. And for me, that is nonsense. Shankland is not a player that is going to be coming around every season or two. This is a player that Hearts will be lucky if they can get once in a decade. So for me, you do offer him more. You are prepared to break the wage budget. Am I saying Hearts should offer 40, 50,000 a week? Absolutely not. But they could at least give a couple of grand more than what the current wage structure is. I mean, this is Lawrence Shankland. Even if you don't necessarily want to keep him at the club for another 3-4 years and pay him a wage that you feel like is too high for the club, at least pay him that wage until you can sell him on and make money and profit for the transfer. If Hearts don't get him to sign a new contract, then by the summertime he's got 1 year left and the value automatically decreases. So for me, it's a no-brainer. Hearts should be offering him whatever it takes, even if it does mean they have to break the wage structure, because they'll make that money back when they do finally sell him. So I don't agree with this. I don't agree with Andrew McKinley. And finally, Kilmarnock have signed a free agent in the name of Greg Stewart, the former Rangers man. He was in India. He's back in Scotland. He's playing for Kilmarnock. And I think this will be a decent signing for Kilmarnock. It will give them firepower up front. Is Greg Stewart amazing? No. He's in his 30s now. He's coming to the latter stages of his career. But he's a decent player. And he's someone that I think will improve Kilmarnock. He will give them options, he will give them depth, and he will help them in their fight for third place this season. Will they get it? I'm not too sure Greg Stewart is going to be the man to single-handedly fire them into third, but every little helps, and I'm sure he will be scoring goals, I'm sure he will contribute, and he will make Kilmarnock a better side, especially going forward. So I think that's a good move there from Derek McInnes. Anyway guys, that is it. Josh Doig completes his big move, but he's not going to France, he's staying in Italy. Greg Stewart is back in Scotland. Right now, Shankland's going nowhere, and that is pretty much it. We'll catch you in the next one for more transfer news. Until next time though, peace.